Our peace architects actually are the multitask trainers. Do you believe that? I think the current peace architect know well. They have to organize the event, and then when they go to that event, they guide it. After guiding it, they have to networking, and sometimes you have to do photographer, like being photographer, take photos. So you become different roles. So they're superhero for peace, actually. Yeah, for me, they do everything. Yeah. So congratulations to all of those efforts, and hard work that you put into. We totally appreciate. If you can notice some people that I always put feedback to your report, and also the benefits that I think some of you already realize is that whenever you guide meditation during the sessions, your meditation experience improve. Anyone agree with me? Yeah? Why? Do you think why? Agnia? Any idea? So for me, I would say guided meditation is like you're spreading your positive vibes to other people. When you share, you also get something in return, right? The same thing. So the more you guide people meditation, the more positive vibe you accumulated with you. In Thai, we call bun. You accumulated more bun, or positive energies, more and more. And that will attract good life to you, good opportunities, good people. That's why if you keep on this path towards developing yourself, your life will be more happier. You'll be more successful if you just keep on doing. But this needs determination and consistency. It's the same as meditation, right? You have to practicing every day on a continuous basis. You cannot just okay, I just would like to be a peace architect today, and then forget about it for the next 3 months and come back again. It's not like that. If you could make it and incorporate that into your own life, you walk and living as a peace architect, it's become very natural. Whenever you go, you can guide meditation. You're ready. Because it's inside you. You don't have to prepare much. But you have to prepare, I'm sure. Yeah. But I mean but if you're living with it, yeah, it's more natural when you communicate and people can touch that positive vibes that you accumulate inside. And you attract the right group of people, I'm sure. Because every time I was invited to speak in any conferences, any workshops, I always meet the right person who would help us continue, the journey. You always. So, but before we're learning about what we're gonna do in this around 17 days, I would say, we need to make sure that we have the right and the same mindset and attitude.
You know how you worry? You worry all the time. You worry about this and that, and what people think about you, and how your job is going, and that problem you have in your upper back. You worry what they might think of you, what they would have done, how far they have come in life, that you are too young, too old, too poor. No one loves you, no one cares about you, no one is there. That's right, no one is there because you are on your own. And I'll tell you something, you were born on your own and you will die on your own. No one you can take with you on that journey. But you know how you worry and worry and worry, and in the end when your time is up, and because time is special, it is a unique experience, in the end when your time is up you will say to yourself, why did I worry so much? Especially these days, you turn on the TV, you see people who are rich and beautiful, who are so much better than you. They are not, because we are all one. You see wars, you see disasters, you see horrible things. And now it is even on your phone. From the moment you get up to the moment you go to sleep, you see the news. Again, social media, people wanting you to believe that they are happy and successful. And you worry, you create a feeling, you feel poor, unloved and lacking. You get this feeling that you are missing out on something. But that is not true. The only thing you are missing is the time you lose every moment when you worry about something. All the seconds, minutes, days, months, years you lose because you feel helpless, you feel unnecessary, you feel like the small man, But you are not. You are just as important as every other human being on this planet. I don't care if you're the Queen, if you're the President of the United States, if you're Bill Gates. We are all the same, all of us. And don't let anybody tell you anything else. The moment you stop worrying will be the moment when you will experience true freedom and remember your humanity again. That you are here living your life because you want to experience the things that you want to experience. Don't expect to be perfect. You are a beautiful human being, so stop worrying and you shall be free. Free of fear, hate, anger, resentment. Feelings like that are just a waste of time, a waste of thoughts, a waste of energy. See, you cannot fight an enemy which gets stronger the more you resent and fight back and hate and feel helpless and sad. Who fights does not win, and who wins does not fight. Every true warrior will tell you this, because you cannot change anything if you don't change your mind. If you don't change from within, and really if you think about it, no one is your enemy, no one. You are your enemy. When you worry, when you give in to negativity, when you hang on to hate and fear, then you will lose, because that will kill you from the inside, and it is you, no one to blame but you. Stop being sad without a reason. Stop getting up in the morning without a smile on your face and without smiling towards every other person you meet. Because your emotions are like a mirror. What you give out you will receive. What you don't want done unto you, do not do upon others. It is simple, really. Do you want people looking at you with an angry face? No, so don't do it to them. Forget your worries, forget your fears. Forget them and they will forget you. Let go of these fears you have about yourself, because they are holding you back, like you are chained to a wall, but it is you who has the key. No one can free you but you. No one has power over you but you. Believe me, every moment, every second you waste on not being happy is wasted, never to return. But it is never too late. Smile in the face of danger, love in the moment of hate, and laugh in the times of sorrow, and you can overcome all obstacles in this life. Oh, in this beautiful and wonderful life. Dream something, believe in it and achieve it. You believe things in. You believe them in. They happen because you want them to happen. You let them happen. You think you are weak, but that's wrong. You are strong. You are like a drop of the ocean. Although only a drop, you contain all of the ocean in you. You are limitless. The fact that you are here on this earth means that you are fearless. Maybe you have forgotten, but try remembering again. Fear cannot be there if fear never existed, so fear is not real. It is just the fear of fear itself. Sadness is just the sadness of the past or worries about the future, but they are not here now. It is only an illusion, so let go of your illusion that you have created for yourself, because they are not real, and you will remember again that you are here to live life, love, compassion, empathy, happiness. That is your language. That is your spirit. Be good to yourself. Be good to the world, and the world will be good to you. When you are hungry, feel full. When you hate, feel love. When you are sad, feel happiness. If you give up, get up again and try one more time. And remember, in the bleakest of moments, in the darkest hour of hours, it means that you are so close to your goal, that you are so close to your accomplishment. Remind yourself every day, every hour, every minute if you want to. Challenge yourself. Overcome the challenge. The tougher the opposition, the sweeter the victory. Thank you so much for watching, and bless all of you.
So I think most of the problem of the peace architects is maybe fear. Do you also agree? I think we all have fear. Oh, it's an echo. Okay, is it good? Yeah, I think most of us have fear within ourselves, but how to overcome it? We trust you, that's why we selected you here. So it means that we trust you, that we can work with you. This is the most important thing, the first step. Okay? The second step is to work on your own belief. You believe that your beliefs can become a reality. Do you? Yeah? When I first started Peace Revolution, I would say, I don't know what made me feel strong belief that this kind of online platform would be successful. I don't know why. When I came up with the idea, I really feel it. I felt like, whoa, I can imagine like, whoa, when we launch it online, everyone will just storm into the system, everyone will like it. I'm just like, incredibly, you know you believe in yourself like that, you're too confident. It's not like too confident. But we just like feel it like, this one is very good. You use the good strategies, you plan well. And we sure make a projection that it's going to be successful. But I'm not like just launch it. Of course, I'm working a lot before launching it. But our belief leads to the path of success and failure, right? But how? And what kind of beliefs that will lead to failure? What kind? Anyone would like to share?
Fear.
Yeah, fear. Any other people? No? Yeah?
Maybe not good enough sometimes.
Not good enough? Have you ever read $1 Million Habits by Brian Tracy? Anyone? Okay, some of you. He called it self-limiting beliefs. Self-limiting beliefs. Yeah, this self-limiting, normally you develop this kind of self-limiting beliefs throughout your life. And usually it's false. But this one limits yourself. You give up easily in the pursuit of goal. And even sometimes you form the belief and telling people around you that you're not good at this, you lack of this quality, you lack of this and that. That's limiting you quite a lot. And this negative thinking actually becomes your habitual ways of thinking and form you to become you today. If on that day I came up with fear, I'm not confident in delivering this, I will not be brave to fly to the States, to sell the projects to educators. Like, I'm going to do this. What do you think? Your belief really shaped the path towards that. And when you go there, of course, you got different comments. It's good. Why not? Accept it. Listen to it. Open for it. And improve. So your belief is really important. The power of belief is incredible. Incredible. Sorry. Yeah. So, if I would say, on the other hand, I already mentioned about the negative thinking. So on the other hand, if you could develop your mind to the point where you absolutely believe that you can do whatever your mind is in, I'm sure you will find a way to make that belief a reality and your life will change. Anyone agree with me on this part? Yeah. So what should we believe now? I already answered. I should not click that. Okay. I clicked that before, and someone already see that. Okay. Yeah. So I would like to let you guys visualize yourself as a great peace architect. Even some of you are still not yet a peace architect, but believe that you could be the great peace architect because you are the selected one. It already shows you. So we believe in you. Why don't you believe in yourself? And work together towards the path. So, anyway, even like you already believe, and I'm assuming that you already believe in that, but belief alone without action cannot become realities, right? What do you have to do as the way, the path to become a great peace architect? I would say these two things. You need to have your own meditation experience, as well as you have to work on your self-development or habitual development. Many people said all habits die hard, right? But all habits can be learned and unlearned, right? Yes. So that's a habitual development. For the meditation experience, I would say, if you don't really have your own experience, good or bad, along the way, it's hard for you to really support the audience who come to you. You just memorize the teaching monks. What did they say? But many times, in many situations, it has to come from you, inside of you, your own experience, So if you don't have that meditation experience yourself, it's quite, I would say, almost not possible. almost, impossible to be a great peace architect. So here, you have to work out on that. But I will let you know that you should work hard outside the room, not inside. Inside meditation room, relax yourself. Be abide in meditation. Don't expect anything. Outside, care and pay more attention to your mind. You're always mindful while you walk, while you talk, while you eat. When the time you are peace agents, you gave me the feedback that it's hard to talk and be at the center. Again, being a peace architect, do you want to challenge yourself? All those kind of stuff that you can overcome? If you're still facing the same challenges, it means that you're not really making much progress. So checking out about this part as well. That's called habitual development, okay? So the next question is how to develop the habits of character that enable you to be the best meditation teacher that you can imagine you can become. Yep, any ideas maybe? What kind of characters? No one?
For me, first you have to define
Mm-hmm.
the habits you want to develop. Identify them so you can work on them every day.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of character you want to embody, and work every day to develop those qualities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after you defined, then do you want to share any particular characters?
Yes. Well, for me, it's important to define, especially the ones I'm weaker in.
Mm-hmm.
So to work on being more organized,
Mm-hmm.
more persistent,
Yep.
and to be very patient and kind with myself.
Yeah. Thank you, Daniel.
UG5.
UG5? Yeah.
I think that the core of this should be like self-discipline. Like we should know being peace architect is involved a certain number of rules that you need to follow, starting from the 5 art of self-discipline, for example. And you need to be the kind of role model wherever you are, in whatever you are saying. You should know that what you say is what you are doing. Not that you are saying something and you are doing something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
To me, the most important thing that precedes everything is the willpower. Like the willingness to really peace architect. This will open the door to everything else.
Sure. So go back a little bit to what Daniel said. He said like define. So I would like to talk about the self-concept that also in the book that he mentioned about. He talked about self-concept and have 2 ideas. The first one is about the self-ideal. The self-ideal is the way you want to see yourself in the future. Why? He talked about self-image as the way you see yourself at the moment. Almost the same as what Daniel said, right? Yeah. Remember about this because you have some homework afterward. So I already asked you what kind of characters, and some of you already replied to me correctly. Okay, so we're going to work on that. I would say, first of all, peace architect have to be open-minded and listen to comment. The one who are too afraid in listening to the honest comment, especially from the audience, cannot make progress. So you cannot assume that you did the very best during the guided part. But you need to be open and listen whether the audience feel the same and what kind of feedback they give to you. And that's the most precious feedback to improve yourself, okay? Second, as I mentioned already, you have to be determined and be consistent with it. Never give up easily and do not stop. If you feel like sometimes you fail on these things, like, okay, you already promote a lot, you're trying hard for it, but it turns out not many people. If you stopped, of course, it never happened. But for those who come back to see what is the problems, analyzing it, and trying to overcome the obstacles, I'm sure one day you will find the right solution to their problems. Next is positive thinking. I would like to suggest that to spread out this meditation and peace is not a piece of cake, correct? Not really. I would say, not really. You have to put hard work. You have to work hard, put efforts into it. But if you don't encounter challenges with positive thinking and enthusiasm, many times you don't want to overcome it. I always like tackling challenges with kind of like, I would say, very positive energy and emotion. I feel like, okay, there's another challenge for me to fix. Have fun with it. You know, think positive, make it positive to yourself so that you have more willpower to cope with that. But if you feel like everything is misery, you know, I'm just like, okay, I'm not for it, blah, blah, blah. Of course, you keep yourself down. Room of improvement, the same come to these qualities. If you always think that you always can improve to a better stage, you always strive for the best of you and the best of everything, the best of presentation. Today, I may be complimented and, oh, I did well on this and that. Yes, I accept that, but I will not stop progressing, not stop improving. I always strive for the best. Empathy. This is also important when you deliver anything, trying to be in someone else's shoes. Think as if you are that person, and you will understand more. You will understand more how to reply, how to support them, trying to be in that situation, but differentiates between putting that emotion become your emotion. Don't take the negative emotions into you. Many people say like, oh, how could I differentiate that? Because it's not my story. But I can understand the story of others because I empathize them. But it doesn't mean like it has to be my life. No, I'm positive. And lastly, walk the talk. This is the most important, you know, characters you have to develop. Because people will, if I'm a meditator and also talking with other meditator, I know instantly kind of that meditator, who are they, what level. Sometimes I appreciate some people that have a very good energy indeed, but some people not really walk the talk. I can differentiate that as well. So you know people that you will accompany with, you know people you can network with because that you walk the talk. But walk the talk, let's see, what are those things? Walk the talk in a way like you really, really love and enjoy meditation yourself. And you really see the benefits in your life. You see a real change within you. You're not like a robot, like listening to the audios of like, whoa, meditation is good, its benefits huge, blah, blah, blah. You just listen to the teaching monks that convince you like meditation is super kind of tools, but you never experience that by yourself. That's not the thing. Ask yourself, how meditation changed your life? In which aspect? And how it can even change your life even more. How? Because we have level of self-development, you know, different level. Maybe you just go to point A. Why not you go to point B, point C, point D? It's unlimited, actually, for the self-development, I would say. Even the great nun, she go to that stage, still, there's something more for her, always. And keep 5 acts strictly, without excuse. Excuse in terms of like whatever, no matter what, you know, you won't lie. You won't use harsh speech, rude speech, in wherever. Because sometimes nowadays, people hide themselves in social media. And some people may create some account and use harsh speech and rude speech, you know, because it's not me. It's nobody knows, it's me. You know, and in Thai society, there's a lot for that, you know, this day, to do something like that. Which actually, even though no one knows, no use, but you yourself spreading negative things, you will get it for sure. I'll guarantee that. No matter what happens to you, you will not drink alcohol. I'm quite sure, I will not say I'm sure. I'm quite sure you guys may not drink beer, but a wine with the meal, sometimes, which is not now. Not now. As a peace agent, I always say this, but I'm not that serious. But once you become meditation teacher, you're kind of a similar versions of the monk. The monk, they have 227 acts, right? Kind of acts of self-discipline. We just keep 5, very small. Okay, the Legion version of the monk could do that, right? Actually, in Muslim and in Catholic, in Christians, some in the past, not in this present day, you know, they still don't really drink it. I mean, in the past. UG5, yes, someone already talked about UG5 here. I would not say that UG5 has to happen here. I'm talking about your home. Do you really go back home to check how you clean yourself, how you clean your room, how you clean your house? Do you really check whether your dressing table, your wardrobe, your storage is messy or tidy? That's a reality because you're here for a few weeks, but you're there the rest of your life. And if you just like manage to be tidy here in the room because of like PMB, you know, checking things, that makes sense. This is just the idea for you to go back to see the difference between making it and not making it. So go back home, checking your cleanliness, your tidiness, politeness. Politeness, I'm sure that all of you already have like kind of politeness for sure, but I would say about more about the dress code as well. But for the guys, quite easy. And you know, people judge you in the first few seconds when we meet. So from, you know, your decoration stuff, you know, your hairstyle, your clothing, or your perfumed, even the perfumed, right? People like really judging you. So you have to ask yourself, if you are they who come to learn meditation from you, will you believe in that meditation teacher to teach you meditation? Do you have such a character and personalities that you gain trust in people? Because if at the first sight you gain trust with the people, it's a lot easier. You know, when they deliver anything, they kind of like accept that, they not go against you. It's become a lot more easier for them to understand about what you say and trying to cooperate. But once they judge you negatively by your physical appearance, sometimes it's quite difficult to get through, you know, the whole sessions. And for the ladies, I would emphasize this once again, even online or offline, especially I would say especially online. Yeah, we don't allow, you know, strapless, you know, tank top or troop dress, whatever that you show this part, I would say. Because I don't care about your personal life, yes. But once you become a meditation teacher, at that time that you perform the task of the peace architect, you're representing us. You're representing us. So the dress code of our organization is conservative because I don't want anyone to look at other part of your bodies besides your face. Concentrate on your message, not on your body, okay? And punctuality, of course. How many minutes that we are late today? Do you know? Do you know? What time we start? We are late for almost 30 minutes. Almost. And we have a very tight schedule today. I would say those who could not be punctual, many times they procrastinate many things as well. You agree? That's come automatically. And many, many times, those who always procrastinate the things also procrastinate your own meditation experience to be better. I can imply that many times. For example, if it's here, it means that sometimes some people procrastinate to have a better meditation experience by not submitting your meditation log, actually. You don't understand that's a good reflection for you. Because if you don't write down, you may not observe well. Because when you write, you have to go back to observe and reflect and write. That will help you improve in every sessions in the future. That will make the process faster because you don't have much time here. And that's why back home, we also ask you to submit the meditation report online. But not just like obligations like, oh, okay, I just have to do it because I would like to continue the status. If you really, really understand the real essence, of it's important, you will do it because it's really affect your meditation experience. And you see like we work far away, we live, we work from distance and we live far away from each other's, right? So this is the only way that we could help you keeping up with your meditation experience. You go through everything in one day. How could you maintain your state of mind to be at the level that you can be a teacher? The monk, they are in the environment. They have the precepts, they have the acts. They're in the environment, a good environment to support them to maintain or develop even further. But you may not be in that environment, right? Or are you in a super environment, like a retreat environment all the time? Of course not. You're in the real world. So don't forget about that and this time as well. So from now on, I already mentioned about that, right? So I would like you to write. You have a book, a note. You can write it down. What is your self-image? You see yourself now. And what is your self-ideal? And compare it. I will give you 5 minutes. So if you read this, whenever you feel your current performance and behavior are consistent with the best person you can possibly be, your self-esteem goes up. And we would like to have our self-esteem, the high self-esteem, right? So working out on that along this training times.